Hey there, graphic design students. Welcome to week 5. You have just finished week 4, and as you probably already know, it, for most of you anyway, was a challenge. There was a lot of work, a lot of new stuff to learn in Photoshop. Don't worry too much about it if you didn't get it all. We are going to continue working with Photoshop the rest of this class, and you probably will continue working with Photoshop the rest of your life if you're in graphic design. So with that being said, I want to make sure that in this week you are really prepared. So make sure you do that overview assignment. In fact, I have changed the overview assignment number of points. Instead of 5 points, it is now worth 20 points. That's right, 20 points. Why the heck did I do that? Well, I did that because some of you are not doing the overview assignment, and I think because you think, it's only worth 5 points, it's not that big of a deal, but it is a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a very important thing that I'm trying to teach you, how to plan your time and estimate your time. So that overview assignment is now going to be worth 20 points, and if you miss it, it's going to have a big impact, a negative impact on your grade, so don't miss it. All right, so in the farm scene that you just created, it was a composite, and hopefully you learned a little bit about hierarchy. Hierarchy is something that we're going to continue to work on later in the course, but it's really important that I want to try to get in your head the idea that when you do graphic design, you're going to group things and you're going to order things in the way that your viewer is going to see them. What they see first, what they see second, what they see third. So take that and use it in every design that you work with. In the space poster, that was a little bit more complex, I know. Don't worry too much about it. I gave you that sample file that you should be able to refer to and figure out what is done on each layer to make it look like it looks. If some of you found that a little bit challenging, that's okay. Don't worry about it too much. We are going to continue to work with those techniques as well. But I do want to mention that all the techniques that you used in the space poster are typical to what a professional graphic designer does. In other words, what I'm saying is when I'm working on professional graphic design, my Photoshop files are going to look pretty much like the space poster Photoshop files with those kinds of techniques, those kinds of adjustment layers, those kinds of layer masking techniques, those kinds of selection techniques. So if you're able to master those things that you saw in the space poster, man, you're going to really be able to do some really cool Photoshop work along the professional level. The most important thing, though, in all of that is really good selections. That's what makes good Photoshop work, really high-quality selections, not easy to do. It takes some time. You usually use multiple tools, not just one, and you really have to pay close attention to the edges. The way to work that out is the select and mask mode. Make sure that you become very, very familiar with the select and mask mode. And in fact, what's new with Photoshop 2021 is the idea of refining the hair by one button. There is, in the select and mask mode, if you didn't already figure it out, a button called refine hair. Use that when you have hair selection situations that you want to take care of. Okay, so what's up for this week? Well, it's the dreaded pen tool. Now, I say dreaded pen tool because I know that many of you, if you haven't experienced the pen tool before, are going to find it frustrating. Some of you really like the pen tool or will really like the pen tool. Some of you will find it challenging, as I said. Don't get frustrated. Don't give up. The key to good pen tool work is practice. There's no other way to get better at the pen tool than practice, practice, practice. And that is all you are going to do this week is learn and work on and practice the pen tool. So take your time, keep trying to work it out, If you have questions, make sure that you first try to solve them yourself. Remember, there's videos, of course, that Brian Boskill this week is going to show you about the pen tool. There's also other videos that you can look at on YouTube. And if you get stuck, a really good resource for you that many of you are still not using is the Design Lab. All you got to do is log into the Design Lab, their Zoom channel. You can share your screen, they can share their screen, and they're going to be able to help you. They are there most days, Monday through Friday, most times during the day, Monday through Friday. All right, so connect with the Design Lab. And if that doesn't work for you, no problem. Connect with me. We'll set up a Zoom time where you and I can Zoom, and we'll figure out whatever's going on with your situation. Okay, that's it. I want you to try to have as much fun as you possibly can with the pen tool. The way to do that is explore, experiment, keep trying things, and again, try not to get too frustrated, and let me know if you have any questions.